Chapter 6. Words in Entertainment and Media. Abdrushan teaches in the Grail message that the human word is not just sound, but a living form that works beyond the speaker. In ordinary life, its effects may be confined to a small circle, but in entertainment and media, words are broadcast to millions, shaping collective thought, culture, and even morality. This makes entertainers, journalists, producers, and media voices some of the most powerful word shapers in today's society. Their responsibility, therefore, is not merely to entertain, but to recognize that every word they release builds or distorts human destiny. The entertainment word, planting images in souls. Film, music, and literature are carried by words. A script, a lyric, a joke, or a headline creates images that lodge in the consciousness of millions. Neuroscience confirms what Abdrushan taught: the brain cannot always distinguish between imagined and real experiences. Words heard in a song or seen on screen trigger the same emotional pathways as lived experience. Music lyrics and youth behavior. A 2019 Journal of the American Medical Association study found that adolescents exposed to songs glamorizing substance use were significantly more likely to experiment with alcohol or drugs. Here, words set into rhythm became silent teachers, shaping desires and choices. Hollywood narratives. The normalization of violence, revenge, or sexual objectification in blockbusters has measurable effects. The American Psychological Association has documented a consistent link between exposure to violent media and aggressive behavior in children. Words in scripts, repeated, dramatized, and glorified, sink into the subconscious, shaping future conduct. Abdrushan warns that careless words form currents that bind the speaker. But in entertainment, these words also bind entire generations, weaving invisible threads that one day return as collective crises. Media words, shaping perception. Journalism and media are equally powerful. News is transmitted through words that frame how people perceive events. The choice of one adjective over another, freedom fighter versus terrorist, protest versus riot, can tilt national sentiment. Rwandan genocide revisited. As noted in Chapter 5, hate-filled radio broadcasts incited violence. This remains one of the clearest proofs that media words can tip societies toward mass destruction. COVID-19 pandemic. A 2021 Reuters Institute report showed how misinformation spread faster than corrections. Simple phrases like, "it's just a flu," or "pandemic," minimized risk perception and undermined public health. Here again, words cost lives. Fake news and elections. In the 2016 U.S. presidential election, studies from Stanford and MIT found that false stories spread on social media far more widely than true ones, often shaping voter decisions. Words in headlines, crafted to provoke emotion, manipulated entire democratic processes. Abdrushan's teaching helps us see why. Words create living forms in the ethereal world, and when fed by millions of clicks, shares, or repetitions, they gain strength and return as tangible events. The double-edged sword of entertainment. Yet the same media channels can uplift when words are anchored in truth and beauty. The Bible on screen. Films like The Passion of the Christ 2004 or the Chosen series have drawn millions into reflection on spiritual themes. Regardless of theological differences, these works showed that words combined with art can awaken conscience. Songs of change. Bob Dylan's protest lyrics, Miriam Makeba's anti-apartheid songs, or contemporary anthems like Glory, John Legend and Common, 2014, fueled justice movements. Here, words sung carried currents of courage, hope, and transformation. Documentary truth-telling. Films like An Inconvenient Truth, 2006, sparked global climate awareness, showing the constructive side of media words when aligned with truth. Thus, the power is not in media itself, but in whether words are aligned with truth or falsehood. The spiritual responsibility of entertainers and media. Abdrushan warns, every word works, whether spoken or written. It forms and returns. This law applies with even greater weight to those who broadcast words to millions. Entertainers, media houses, and influencers are spiritual multipliers. Their jokes, lyrics, scripts, and headlines are not just content. They are seeds of destiny for millions. Modern society has underestimated this. Freedom of speech is often defended as freedom without responsibility. But creation's laws hold differently. Freedom always includes accountability. Every careless word in entertainment and media will return, shaping the fate of those who spoke it, and of the societies that received it. The way forward. For entertainers, influencers, and journalists today, the path is clear. Weigh every word. Words are deeds. Humor, song, or commentary should not glorify what degrades human dignity. Choose constructive narratives. Entertainment can uplift without being boring. Truth and beauty resonate because they align with creation. Resist sensationalism. Media thrives on clicks and outrage, but these words poison public life. Responsible framing is itself a service to humanity. Model restraint. Silence is better than careless words, especially in times of crisis. In the end, the law of the word is inescapable. What is sown in the media and entertainment will be reaped in society. The decay, cynicism, and violence in modern culture are not accidents. They are harvests of the words sown into songs, headlines, and screens over decades. But so too can renewal come, if truth and beauty once again govern the word in entertainment.